late marriage is actually the best. Hear me out. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So from the thumbnail, you already know what I'm about to discuss. Like, it's been a while now, this topic have been in my mind. Well, when to do it, how to do it, I've been procrastinating on, and I was like, what am I doing, girl? Why don't you pick up your camera and discuss this thing? So today we'll be talking about early marriage and late marriage. What I mean by early marriage is marriage from the age of 18 to 24 or 23. Then late marriage, for me, what I mean is from 25 to 30 or 35. This is my personal opinion and my personal thoughts from my experience. I am married. I say that late marriage is actually the best. Hear me out. I'm not saying the age of 35, unless you just choose to get married at the age of 35 or 40, which is your personal opinion, the aspect of when suitors are coming and when you want to marry. Okay, let me give you guys a story. When I was much younger, when I was about 16, 17 years, I started having suitors. 16 years is actually big. Let me say 15 years. 15, 14, because I had this rapid growth when I was growing up. I was very tall, I was very fair. A lot of people were coming for my hand in marriage when I was very young. I just finished my secondary school. Finished my secondary school at the age of 15 to see when I graduated and when suitors were coming for my hand in marriage. So my parents were like, this one, people are coming for your hand in marriage, why not to get married? But then I wanted to go to school. I wanted to enter university because from my family, which is my dad's side, all our ladies are graduates, and even our ladies, almost each family you will see a graduate, like one or two person. I mean, being the first child and the first daughter, I wanted to go to school. Even if my other siblings did not go at that time, me, I want to represent my family as one of the graduates from home. Then when suitors were coming, I wanted to marry. I wanted to consider marriage. Reason is because I came from a family who doesn't have that much. So because of the background, because of things were not going well. For me, I was thinking that when I got married, maybe my husband would change my family background. My husband would start providing for me, would start helping my family. That was my mentality as of then. As of then, I was about 16, 17, 15 years. So you wouldn't expect me to know what I know now. And at the same time, I still want to go to school. But going to school, there is no money for me to go to school. But I want to go to school. Thank God I went to school. You see, this school that I went to is actually a plus in my life. And I thank God I was able to make that bold step of getting admission. A lot of young girls that married early, if you check very well, they did not marry because they want to marry. Most of them married because of the family background. Most of them married because they think that getting married will actually help the family, or maybe the husband will start providing for the family, will start supporting the family. That was their reason of getting married. Why some people actually get married because they want to marry as of that time. I'm talking of then, not now. Girls of these days are not even interested in getting married. Do you get? So then I said I want to be in school. I want to be a graduate. Then when I got admission, I started schooling. Suitors were still coming. When you are growing, a lot of things are changing. And when you start experiencing life, you will notice that what you are actually fighting for is not what you are supposed to be fighting for, or is not the right thing to be doing at that time. And I thank God for the opportunity of me going to school and pushing myself to go to school. Nobody forced me. My parents were worried of me entering the university because of finance, but me, being a smart girl that wanted to go to school, and I want to represent my family as the first child of the family, and luckily I was able to go to school. So when I was in my 400 level, 300 level, I stopped thinking of marriage. I stopped thinking of marriage. I waited for years before I got admission because of finance. So when I was in my 300 level, I started experiencing life. I started seeing life in a different way. I started meeting some intelligent people, started traveling, going to new places, seeing life in another way. Also experience dating and see what is in relationship. Do you get? And I decided to give myself a break when it comes to marriage. I told myself that I'm not going to marry until I graduated from school. Then after graduating from school, I'll go to service. Then after serving, I cannot think of marriage. By then, I've started building my brand, which is the business that I'm doing, my fashion designer. Then making money for myself. So because of that, I wasn't considering marriage. And it's not like family was pushing me, because that early stage, it looked as if my family was pushing me to marry. I'm not blaming them for pushing me, but because of the background and because of how things are going, my dad don't want me, a daughter, to enter the hand of a wrong person. So because of that, he think that the best thing he will give to me is to get married, so that I'll be secured and a man will take care of me. When I visited my parents, I told my dad to do some things for you people before I will settle down. Then I told myself I want to have at least 500,000 or 1 million in my account before entering a man's house. Reason is because my mentality have changed, the way I reason have changed, the background have changed, I've traveled, I've met people. So because of that, I was able to understand what I want for myself and stand on my ground. Then I was working for my service to serve, and I was still doing my business. Why I was not even thinking about marriage that much is not that I was not thinking of marriage, but I was not like pushing myself to marry. It's because I have something doing. I'm making money, I'm getting my money, I'm hustling, I'm traveling, I'm enjoying myself. So because of that, I wasn't desperate of getting married. I still want to marry, but I wasn't desperate. So along the line, I meet my husband. As of then, I am matured enough, I am rapid enough, I've experienced life, I've graduated from school, I have business I'm doing. So when I meet my husband, I didn't even think it twice. Because I am the one that wants to marry, not marrying because my family is considering or pushing me to marry, not marrying because my friends are getting married. I married because I am ready. So for my own experience, I love the fact that I got married late, not early, because marriage is so deep of things in marriage that if you're not matured enough in mind, you cannot be able to handle it. You cannot be able to cope. You will just want to leave. When I got married, I still have this mindset of taking care of myself. I still have this mindset of doing things for myself. I still have this mindset of not looking up to a man, because it got to a stage in my life I wasn't looking up to a man. I was just hustling by all means to take care of myself with my business, because I was making money. I was able to afford the things that I want. If I want to buy hair, I will buy it. If I want to buy bag, if they say this bag is 30,000, 20,000, I will save the money and buy it, because I was getting the money for myself. If they say this hair is 150,000, if I shake my bag that I have the money, I will buy it. I'm thinking of, let me marry, let me do this. But at the end of everything, it's worth getting married late. For me, I think it's good to marry when you are ready. Marry when you are ready to get married. Experience life before getting married. I'm not saying you should live a wayward life. I'm not saying you should live a life that is not presentable. But experience life. Travel, meet people, interact with people, take care of yourself, so that when you marry, all this thing will not be a problem to you. All this thing will not be pushing you. When you see other people doing that kind of thing, you will not be worried or start thinking, hey, I wish I did this thing. No, chai, I did not experience this thing. There is nothing on earth that is moving me. You know why? I lived the life that I want. I enjoyed myself to an extent. I experienced life to an extent. So because of that, nothing at all is moving me. There is nothing that you do that will move me. Even if my husband is not taking me to the places that I want to be, I'll not be worried. What am I saying in all these things? It's good to experience life as a lady before you enter into a man's house. Travel. Because marriage will deprive you from a lot of things. Unless you marry someone who is a traveler, you marry someone who, who likes to have fun, who is more of extroverts. That is when you enjoy it. But there are more to marriage. Once you marry and start giving birth, you will not even have time to enjoy. You will not even have time to even travel. There's nothing will entice you that much, because at that time you're taking care of your toddlers, you're taking care of family. You will not even have time to enjoy. So when you experience those life and get married, if you're not seeing those things again, you will not feel that bad. You will not feel like you're being cheated on. You know that you have done this and you will still do it with time once you are settled. Because when you are raising kids, the stress is too much. Taking care of kids, pregnancy, the wahala much. I'm not saying you shouldn't marry early, but I feel and I think it's good for you to experience life. It's good for you to take care of yourself. It's good for you to experience self-care, travel, live a good life before settling down. And it's good to settle down when you are ready to marry, not when family are pushing you, when friends are tempting you because they are married. You're like, oh my God, see, my friends are getting married, I'm not married yet. Marry because you want to marry, because you have a lot of things to sacrifice in that marriage. You have a whole lot to sacrifice in that marriage. Marriage is work. So getting married at the age of 25 to 30 is actually perfect. If you have any contribution or anything you want to say concerning this thing that I'm saying, just drop your comments. Thank you guys for watching. See you in my next video, and don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. If there's any other topic you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section and we'll talk about that. Bye.